Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to My Player Career Mode, episode 110. Hope you're all having a great day, and sit back, relax, and enjoy today's My Player Career Mode action. First bit I should mention is we've got a game here against Genoa. Now, the clips you're about to see, they went ahead. Unfortunately, when I came out of this game, it actually crashed. It wouldn't let me skip through, so the result didn't save. So when I jump into the live portion, I explain it obviously in there as well. And we were forced to sim it to get the same result. But I had to show you the clips anyway to show you what went on. Of course, these goals that we score in this here right now will not count towards our full goal tally come the end of the season. Because when we obviously go into it, we've got a sim pass. And it just it's not there, basically. It's not on record. So I decided not to show you the extended highlights of this game. So I'll only show you the goals that present themselves in this one. Starting with a long distance effort before we fired in a volley. Not too long later. So we actually scored twice in this game and won it by 2-0. So it's quite frustrating, really, that the game didn't let me skip through and actually crashed when it did, because we could have had another 2 goals to our tally. And as you guys know, the Golden Boot this year looks incredibly close, the race so far. So every little helps as that one goes. But unfortunately, as I said, it won't count, even though we did score the 2 goals. But it's still a good result, that. And I had to show you it regardless, because I did obviously record it. It just doesn't stand. So the way I went about this is I went after the game, and you'll see it when I explain it. We just basically sim to get the same outcome where we win the game. Unfortunately, that does mean, though, I can't sim to get the same outcomes of the other games. So I don't know what happened before that, because I don't know how the other games finished. So they wouldn't have obviously gone ahead either. So we just had to do it that way. But hopefully that makes sense. That's it for the postcom anyway. We'll jump into the live portion of today's episode. Enjoy the rest of it, guys. Some cracking games coming your way. Some cracking action as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, some minor frustration to report. And that is that the game against Genoa never went ahead because of the fact that when I got out of the game, it crashed. Well, it was on the screen where it was about to go into the next screen to then show you the scores, and it just wouldn't load it. It had the loading bubble, and it stays like that. And the only way you can solve it is by quitting the game and basically restarting your Xbox so that FIFA then reopens again. Problem with that is it doesn't save the game. So the 2 goals we scored in the game against Genoa didn't count. They're not in our player stats, and I will have to go ahead and sim the game so we get the same result as we did there, or at least a win, and then move forward. So at the end of the season, we'll just add those 2 goals on. It's not that deep. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that bothered at the end of the day. It is what it is. It happens, and I can't really say that it's not going to happen again, because this isn't the first time it's done it to me in FIFA anyway. But we'll move on. So I'm going to sim the game now, and then I'll come back once we have the correct result. By the way, we did actually also sim the game against Cittadella in the Coppa Nazionale and won 3-0 in the round of 16. And we have just beaten Genoa 2-1 after I simmed it. So we are there in terms of the result, and that is now matched as it has. So that moves up to 4th place. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the rest of the results, so I don't know how they went or anything like that. But we remain now to 8 points behind Milan. We've got Fiorentina as well coming up in the near future. But first, we've got Atalanta, followed by is it quarterfinal or a semi-final? Quarterfinal against Lazio in the Coppa Nazionale. So, although those 2 goals didn't count, we could well do it again with this game against Atalanta, and we need to do it. So let's just put it that way. Gonna waste no time, especially because I said it in the, hopefully I said it in the post-con part of the episode. My internet has been playing silly buggers recently. So, I'm gonna have to hope that it holds out and allows us to get this video out today. But we got Atalanta away. Let's jump into the game and see how this one goes. Well, we're about to get on our way here, but just a little bit of news too. We have got maybe a new My Player Career Mode coming out soon. It is going to be similar to the My Player story, but I might present it a little bit differently to how I did the last one. So this might well be our last season of this series, just to let you guys know. So obviously I want to end it on a high with Juventus, try and win a league that we've not won. Pretty sure at the end of this as well, there might be a World Cup, 2026 possibly. So in which case we can end it off with the World Cup, I guess. But yeah, just the news, because I know a lot of you people have been waiting out there to see what was coming. Are we going to do another My Player story? It is going to be. It might not be as long, and it won't be presented the same way. But I'll let you guys see when it comes. But for now, main focus is winning these games with Juventus. We had a great start, and that then got taken out because everything that happened in the alternative dimension, let's call it, we had to redo. So we didn't score 2 goals and all of that stuff, so we need to do it here. One thing that was actually quite interesting as well during the Genoa game was it actually put up with a stat that said that Juventus had conceded the least amount of goals in the league. Well, I don't know how that's the case, because I just feel like we always concede no matter what. 11 minutes on the clock, Atalanta swinging a corner, it's met by them, They're 1-0 in front. I would argue that there's a foul on Perrin there, the guy in front of him, but I'm not even going to bother. Got to come from behind. I swear, it's the live. Every time we do a live game, we always just concede. I don't understand why. Playing against Genoa earlier, we were fine. We did everything right. Then we come into this game, live, first live game of the episode, and do this. Cataldi just allowed to run forward, finds his teammate, and it could have easily been 2. Perrin's forced into the save. It is well, I'm not even gonna make a comment about it, because at this stage, it's nothing we haven't seen before from Juventus. Defensively, though, incapable of getting really the danger dealt with. Chan carries forward, going to find our feet, but there's nobody really to pass to here. I'm just going to lay that out wide. Taylor swings in the cross. It goes over, and Orsolini has put his effort over the bar. First chance for Juve, skied it. Not sure why we've gone to it, but now we're resulting to a long ball. Every time we get it, we're unable to bring the ball down. First half of just a write-off, effectively, here. Orsolini plays Danjuma, back to Orsolini. Finds the Ziyech, we're nearly at half-time, and they're passing it around the midfield. Knew that was going to happen. 1-0 down at the break. Nothing new. We're used to this by now. Don't know how the rest of the games are. Well, there's only one other game going on, Udinese and Brescia, and that is 0-0. So nothing that affects us yet. Obviously, don't know how the rest of the games are going, but Juve again in a losing position will have to fight their way back, as I have given the ball away. Great start to the second half. Taylor finds us. We find Fernandez! And we're back on level terms. Needed that. Got 20 minutes to go, though. And again, a draw is not a good result. I'll put it to you that way. It's not a good result. More points will be dropped when we can't afford to drop them. Rescue mode again. Love it, don't we? Atlanta 1, Juventus 1. Need to find another chance now to take this win. And I mean, Fernandez, if he'd missed this at this point, he's kissed the league goodbye. But it's like they've just now accepted the draw, because we've gone from being in that position where we've tried to go forward on every opportunity and we've looked like we wanted to attack, to now kind of sitting back and saying, okay, a draw's fine. But it's not, because now we've invited pressure on us and they've got a corner and they could have easily been 2-1 in front again. Spent a large majority of the game battering them from when we were 1-0 down. As soon as we get the goal to bring us back into it, it's like we settle and go, that's fine. But it's not. 1-1 is not a good result, as I said. Here is Havertz. What's he going to do with it, though? Kai Havertz going inside towards Emre Can. Can up to Danjuma. We'll see what he's going to do with this then, shall we? Oh, yeah. Who could have expected that? Absolutely nobody. Nobody in the crowd thought Danjuma was going to lose the ball like that. Sarcasm intended. Oh, my God. Why is he still on the pitch? Bring the ball down now as we look to go forward. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez will take the touch and still finding Brandt. Brandt trying to get the ball off and find a shot. 2 minutes away from ending this game off. And I did say it's not a good result, and it stays that way. Taylor with a throw-in, going to find Danjuma. Don't know why you're going to use him, because he's done nothing all game. Brandt! Offside. Oh, you have to be kidding me. It's offside. He's offside. I mean, that is so close. A minute to go, we found the winner, and it was offside. And I'm afraid that might do it, ladies and gentlemen. Danjuma finally gives us a run. He's now offside, though. I couldn't get the ball under control quick enough to be able to play the pass. Havertz, Danjuma, haven't really got time. Danjuma swings in the cross, and the defender goes over and cuts it out. Should have played it to my feet, because you've not found anyone with any cross at all today. And yet again, Juventus drop points. 1-1 with Atlanta. At least the next game we can't drop points, because it's cup football. So there is that bonus. But the fact is, look at those match facts as well. Oh my God. This club at the moment is no short of a joke. Win against Napoli, draw against Udinese, win against Genoa, draw against Atlanta. 2 draws in 4 games. It's just, the form is just not there at the minute. Standings, quarter-final of the Coppa Nazionale, which might be our only chance at real silverware domestically this season. As we have the Serie A table then. Luckily, it seems like Inter also dropped points and they drew their game too. Who did they play, though, is the question behind that. So we played up against Atlanta, drew 1-1. Inter played against Torino and won. Oh, no, sorry, Milan. Milan were the top team, weren't they? So Milan must have played, and they did. They drew with they lost to Roma, sorry. So we stand 8 behind Inter, 7 behind Milan, 6 behind Fiorentina. Napoli in 5th as well. But it's like I said, this is now cup football, so we can't possibly drop points when we're playing in the cup. We can lose the game, just can't drop any points playing it. And as you can see, that is the side going into it. I don't know why I've got a 66 rate right back in the team, but hey-ho. Manager's great, isn't he? Great team choice, like it was last time against Atlanta. I'm so sarcastic, and this is the most sarcastic I've been in the entirety of this series. And it's genuinely because I'm baffled being here, you know? Yeah, fair enough. You have these type of seasons where maybe it doesn't go right, but, you know, this is not what I thought. 5 defeats already after 15 or whatever it is games. How many games have we actually played? 110, 20 games I think we played. 5 defeats already. Brandt with a corner. Is going to send it in towards the near post, which we try and win. It's glanced away by the defender. I didn't even ask for it. I was just stood on the near post there. Havertz should have shot, I thought, with the first one, but he's going to get the second anyway. And it's Juve with the breakthrough. Can't even be excited, though, because there's still such a long way to go in the game. And the way we defend that, it suggests that there's still going to be an opportunity for Lazio. Good finish in the end, though, from Kai Havertz. I thought he should have shot off the first one. Played a quick one, too. Got the ball back, though, first time. Caught the keeper by surprise. And we have the lead here in the game. 8 minutes in. Good start. Nice. Looking for number 2. And there is number 2. We stole it with a tackle. Quick 1-2s across the board. And Juventus have found the second. It's going to be a whitewash here in this one, I think. Because at the stage we're in now, Juve 2, Lazio 0. Usually when we get in these positions, we go on to dominate. There's the tackle that wins it back. They tried to be intricate playing out from the back. Quick one from Fernandez. We just open the body up and fire it into the corner. And we had 2 in front. Chan, we get to turn as well. Brought down in the box. It's going to be a penalty. Sebastian Coates brings us down. In fact, didn't he concede a penalty against us as well in the Serie A on top of that? It wasn't a tackle on me, but I'm pretty sure he did tackle one of our teammates in the past. And he gave away a penalty there as well, which I tried to Panenka, I believe, and I missed it. I will not be Panenka in it this time, put it that way. Which way will we go, though, as we go towards the left? Send the keeper the wrong way. 3-0 Juventus. And we now will surely book our spot in the semi-finals of the Cup. As I said, it's going to probably be quite a thumping, this. Especially after we took the second goal. There's the third. Not a lot really to end off the first half as we're back out for the second and already a chance. Great one-handed stop from Perrin. Juve are pretty much in complete control here. I don't expect us to end up... Actually, it looks like he might have taken a touch as well off one of the defenders. But I don't expect us to lose this one or even throw this away too much. But if they get a goal here, then I'm sure that's going to give Lazio a little bit of confidence. But you need to do it very, very soon. Jemerson going to pick up the loose ball and have his effort, which is blocked behind. Going to be another Lazio corner. They're beginning to put a bit of pressure on here, but I think it's just going to be a consolation if they manage to get one. I don't believe they'll bring this game back. It would have to be one heck of a comeback to achieve it. It is headed out by Juventus, and we can now try and break away. Again, though, very much solo up here, so going to have to wait for some support. Havertz will give us it, I think. The ball sent through, and he's not going to get on that. Ziyech to make it 4. And that will do it. We might be having problems in the Serie A, but at least the cup form in the Champions League and, of course, the Coppa Nazionale has been far different because we've been able to win our group stage in the Champions League and we booked our spot in the semi-finals here. Just need to sort out that Serie A form. That's the big problem at the moment. Fernandez sends it up towards us as we try and make it happen again for Juventus. Here is Brandt to make it 5, and Julian Brandt does the job. It's been a thumping. I did say this was going to get to this stage if they weren't careful. And it has got that way. But this again begs the question of how we can do this against the likes of Lazio and then drop points when we do. You know, how can we beat a side so convincingly, but then we can't find that, you know, goal that we need to win a game 2-1 or 1-0. It's just ridiculous in many ways. Brandt with a great strike. It's just ended off what has been a fantastic game, but we've then got to go back to Serie A where our form has not been brilliant, so we need to try and change it. The referee has ended the game then. There is the result. Who's going to await us, though, is the question. Who are we going to find in that champion in the Champions League? What am I talking about? In the Coppa Nazionale semi-final. Champions League semi-final. A little bit ahead of myself, aren't I, there? Again, though, performance-wise, much, much better. Milan beat Fiorentina in the Coppa Nazionale, so they also booked their spot in the semis. Could be quite tough, this. Milan, Inter, Roma will face off against each other. Napoli, Udinese. So there's still some incredibly tough sides in the competition itself. So nothing is set in stone, you know. Now, though, we head back to Serie A football for a final game of the episode when we take on Fiorentina. And we have to win. we lose this, I don't even want to think about it. And for the final time today, we head into game. Change the boots as well to Nike. I think I was wearing Adidas before, so giving us some new boots. Hopefully get some new confidence as well. And we can score. Like I said, I don't even want to think about losing this one. Just got to keep positive. We can win. We will win. Jan. Fernandez. Fernandez plays it. We're in the box as well. Not really too much going on there. I ran the same way as Brandt. That was then the situation where I just had to try and steer it goalwards and hope the keeper wouldn't get there, but he did. Met it with his foot, and it was a good save in the end. Fernandez did make us the run. I was trying to get the ball over to him. This now is Sabitzer. He's going to play it back. Juventus in control as we approach on this edge of their area. The ball in, and there is the goal! 20 minutes on the clock, and it's Juventus who have the lead. I did not expect that to go in at all. Ziyech just chips it towards us, and we somehow have turned the header in. We're so far out as well. Keeper's going to be annoyed with himself there. For me, he's got to save it, but I'm not complaining. We've taken the lead in a must-win game. Oh, what a stop from Perrin! That was the weirdest sound I've made, I think, or one of them anyway. I made some weird sounds as well during my series, but I'm just saying, at first I did not expect anything to come of this, so I didn't even react. And then, oh, it was going wide, I think. I actually think it was going wide. Or maybe it wasn't as good a save as I thought then. I mean, still, he had to get there, but it looked like it was going wide from that angle. I don't know. Nevertheless, Juventus had a corner to deal with, and deal with it they did. Because now we can try and drive down the wing. Turn on the inside of Pierre. Keep hold of play as well, unless I do that and give it away. Sabitzer. As we still got the ball. Twice I've tried to play a pass, and both times I've given it straight back to him. What am I doing? Fernandez. Back towards the full-back. We've still got it, Juve, as we approach half-time. Fernandez found again. Lays it to edge the area where we are. We turn on it too. In towards the penalty area. Fiorentina with a bit of defending to do. We just chip it back in and hope for the best, but it's not quite worked. And they deal with it, and that is half-time then. It is the lead at halfway though, so stays like this, I'll be very, very happy. Milan are beating Inter as well in the Milan derby. That's a massive game as well for them. I think for us, it would be best if they draw that in terms of the result, because both of them, of course, are ahead of us. So I think a draw would probably be the best case scenario for us, though. At the halfway stage, it is 1-0 to AC Milan. Not sure how that will look for the table, but if we can hold on here, that could be huge as well. I didn't actually realise they were playing against each other. Even more importance on today's game. Here is Emre Can finding us with the ball at our feet. Can going to give it back. Now we can go with a quick 1-2. Emre Can does give it back towards us. We drive in the inside. Penalty has been given. I don't think it is a penalty, but for Juventus this season, it could be huge. I got the shot away. It was saved by the keeper. Denswell's having a bit of an argument with the referee because he doesn't feel like it is a penalty. I mean, he is looking at the ball after he goes to ground, but Havertz is now going to come on. We have gone down. It is the penalty. I did go left last time. Right this time, I think, is the course of action. And that is why we send him the wrong way. And Juve are 2 to the good, my friends. Massive game. Could be a massive result. Oh, really nice play. Gedson Fernandez has found us with a ball. Oh my, he's another penalty. No way. There's absolutely no way. It's the same player as well. I feel so bad because, again, I don't even know if this is actually a penalty. Denswell is, it's the same player bringing us down. We have to look at this again. I'm telling you right now, he's already given one penalty. Oh, I mean, from that angle, it doesn't look like it. But what happened was, I kicked the ball against him, and it went out for a corner. I thought it was. But he went to ground again, and for the second time, the referee's pointed to the spot. Wow. We're going to get an opportunity then for a hat-trick. 2 of them being penalties. We went right last time. Do we go the same way, or do we switch it and go left? I'm going to go left! I've completely missed the target. The keeper would have saved it, though, I think. But I completely missed the target. That's not a great effort, is it? And we are nearly there then. That is going to do it. Fiorentina defeated here. Massive win for Juve. We needed that. And where does that leave us in the league table? And just to see as well, Milan derby ended 1-1, which means we have actually had the best case scenario. Where's it put us though? Well, 6 points behind Inter is how we find ourselves now then. And that is going to be the end for today, my friends. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you for your continued support on the channel. Really appreciate that as well. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button. We try and upload every single day. Apologies if this video is slightly delayed. The reason for that, of course, if you haven't seen my community post, I'm having a few issues with my internet recently. So I'm trying to get this out at 4 p.m. But if it is a little bit delayed, I apologise. That is how we look in the player stats for the season. Not doing too bad at all. I think there's actually been a change as well. Boadu must have left the Serie A. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching. And I'll catch you again soon. Adios.